So you're building your AppSheet app and everything is finally coming together. And then out of nowhere, boom, you get this error. If this is your first time running into this, it can be a little bit scary. But the good news is that AppSheet is actually pretty good at helping you figure out exactly what went wrong. And even when you can't figure out how to get the errors to go away, there are still a few things that you can do to get your app working again. Let's take a look. One of the most common things that can break your app is a change to the Google Sheet or really whatever your data source is that's behind your AppSheet app. So let's take a look at what that would look like. We've got an app here. Everything's working fine. It's happy. I'm going to go up and open up my data source for this app here. And I right now have the name of the sheet here called Messages. And maybe I'm just cleaning things up. I'm like, maybe, I want to call this Message instead of Messages. So I'm going to go and change that. And I'm going to go back to my AppSheet app again. And I'm going to start working and refreshing. And then all of a sudden, we got that error. And saying that the app cannot load successfully and to contact the app creator, which might be you in this case. So you're the one that has to figure out how to actually fix this. Now, again, I mentioned in the beginning of this video that often AppSheet will provide you nice error messages to indicate what the problem is. This one isn't really one of those. It's just saying it's broken. There is a little hint there that's saying the table Messages is not accessible. And then, this different codes and stuff down here, which is not particularly helpful. But if you yourself had just gone in and changed the name to something else, probably just mentioning Messages here would be enough to give you a hint that that's what the problem was. So in this case, if I went back and I just undid to put my sheet name back to Messages again, and I go back here, everything's going to start working again. But the problem is often, especially when you're working with Google Sheets, and if that Google Sheet is shared with other people on your team, they may be making those types of changes that you don't know about that are breaking your app. And since you don't know about it, you don't have that little hint to tell you what exactly changed to make that happen. So in that case, another thing that you can do is use the Google Sheets versioning history. So if you go back to your sheet again and you go to File, and you go to version history and see version history. So you can expand this and you can see all the different versions and all the different times that this sheet was changed, including who changed it. In many cases, you can see what actually changed. It will highlight it in the editor over here itself to show you what exactly changed if you have people making changes to rows and columns and things like that. And you can also go back to a previous version. So if you're able to find out which version broke it, and assuming you're not going to lose a bunch of data that you can't lose in more recent changes to it, you can see what change actually broke it and then revert your sheet back to that version in order to fix your AppSheet app. And in order to do that, you just find any previous version that you want to revert to, and you can go restore to this version, and it will basically make this sheet back into whatever it was at the time of this change. So that's one option, a little bit less destructive option, especially if you have a lot of people changing the sheet and you don't want to actually, lose some of the changes that they made to it. There's also an option here for make a copy. And if you do that, you'll be able to make a new copy of the sheet, and then you could go back to your AppSheet app again and link to it and see if that actually fixes whatever your problem that you're seeing in AppSheet was with this older copy of the sheet. And again, you can do that without having to erase all the more recent changes that happened since your AppSheet app broke. And if you're able to determine that that's what broke your app, you can then go make whatever fixes you need to in the latest version of the sheet in order to fix your AppSheet app and still keep all the changes people had made since. All right, another thing that can often break your app is bad expressions. So let's take a look at what that looks like. I'm going to go into my data here. I'm going to set the formula for this column, and I'm going to just make it broken. Broken equals true. Now, broken is not a valid function or a valid expression, so it's showing me that message there saying that that's not valid. But if I save this and I go back here and I'm clicking around and, nothing appears to be broken right now. My app is still working. But let's say I go change something else later, in an action. I'm going to add in a condition to say only show this when true. and everything still seems fine. And now I'm going to save this, and all of a sudden my app's going to break. And maybe I've made like 10 changes since I made that original breaking change, so I don't know exactly what it was that did that. So couple things here. Again, this one, AppSheet, is a little bit more helpful in telling you what's going on. So the first thing is it's giving this red dot to indicate where the problem is, or at least the first level that the problem is. So I can click that, I can go in there. Now it's giving me a second level here saying it's in the messages table. So I can go there, and then it's also showing down here this little red thing around the edit button saying it's actually in there. So pretty good, leading you to the exact problem here. I can go in there, and it's actually showing me exactly what the problem here. There's no function named broken that's actually causing the problem. So that's one place you can see it. It also often gives you this little errors found, little red X thing up at the top here. And if you click that, it will give you the details of it as well without having to drill all the way down and see exactly what they are. So again, AppSheet being pretty helpful here. And if something's happening in a different area, so for example, let's go to here in security. Let's go to our security filters. Let's add in a security filter that's no good. And save. So now it's actually highlighting that down here, telling you this is where the problem is, so you can drill down and figure out exactly what's going on and fix it. All right, let's go back and delete this so we can fix our app again. All right, and then finally, if there's something that you've done in your app and it's showing you error messages, but you're not really able to understand exactly what the error messages are saying, or maybe it's just there's multiple things happening and you're not exactly sure what the problem is, another option is to roll back to a previous version of your AppSheet app, just like you were able to roll back to a previous version of your Google Sheet. In order to do this, you go into the AppSheet, you click the little rocket up here in order to go into your deployment settings, and there's a versions option here, and there's version history, and you can say get version history, which will show you all the different versions of your app, and you can even expand down here to see what the changes are that were made with each version of the app. And what you can do in here is first click on the view button for any of these to actually view the version of the app when it was at that particular state. And if you go back through your revisions one at a time until you get to one that isn't broken, the one before you made a breaking change, you can use this restore button up here to revert your app back to that stage. So revert the main app that you see in the editor as the most recent version, and that all your users see to that version as well. Again, just be careful when you use this, because you are going to overwrite any changes that have happened, not necessarily data changes since those are in your database, but any app level, app definition type changes that you have made since the version that you're restoring to. There are a number of different things that can prevent your app from loading, more than I could possibly cover in this video. But the things I've covered here should help you solve most of the problems that you'll run into. If you're dealing with something different, drop it down into the comments, and I will create a part 2 of this video to cover those things if need be. That's all I've got for today. As always, thanks for watching and happy building.